My boyfriend knew way too much about his younger sister's bodily functions, so I called out his creepy behavior in order to protect her. Now he's kicked me out for speaking the truth. I, 26F, have been with my boyfriend, 28M, for over a year. For context, as far as I know, he has been taking care of his siblings, 16F, 12F, and 11M, ever since his oldest sister was born. Both his parents are not in the picture, not because they're not alive, but because they're absent by choice. They're supposedly as trashy as they come, and they chose to dump all the responsibilities on my boyfriend to go live their own lives. When my boyfriend was 18, he moved out of his parents' house and took all his siblings with him. He currently has full custody of all of them. He is a really hard worker, and I haven't seen him or his siblings struggle at all. They have all they need, and I've never seen them go to bed hungry because of him. One of the reasons I fell in love with him is because of his caring nature, especially towards his siblings. He was basically mom and dad for them, and he still managed to finish school in the process. Now, let me explain the weird, icky vibes I got recently. Last night, I slept over at his house, and at around 6 a.m., his sister, 12F, came into the kitchen crying hysterically. She woke up with blood in her pants and freaked out, and to clarify just in case, she was starting her first period. My boyfriend got her to calm down and explained that she is all right and everything will be okay. He then gave her a brief explanation of what is happening and that her body is changing. He asked her to go and take a shower to get cleaned up and told her where to find the pads his other sister, 16F, is using it and to use them as the oldest sister showed her. When she left to go and take a shower, he said, "Damn, I thought we would have another year left." I asked what he meant, and he said his sister, 16F, started her period when she was 13, and he knows not all females and bodies are the same, but he thought it would be around the same time, so he was a bit unprepared for the discussion. I was shocked by that comment and the fact that he knew his sister used pads. Why does he know when she started her period in the first place? Why does he know what she uses? I wanted to ask him why he knows this but kept the question to myself. When his sister returned from her shower, he asked if everything was alright or if she was experiencing any discomfort. I started to feel disgusted when he asked that question. He told her she didn't have to go to school today and that he would take her shopping. After breakfast, he sat her down in the living room and explained everything in detail to her regarding what is going on, what will happen, all of it. He said he helped the older sister with her first time and would help her as well. He finished by saying that her sister, 16F, would be able to help her more with the types of products to use and how they work. I was surprised, shocked, and disgusted by all the things he told her. He was correct in everything that he told her, but no brother should know that much about what is happening to his sister's bodies. Unfortunately, his oldest sister wasn't at home to help. She had a sleepover at a friend's due to a school project, so he took charge of explaining everything. He must have seen the disgust on my face and asked me what was wrong, and it just slipped out. I told him, "That's disgusting, you're disgusting." The words just kept coming out of my mouth. I couldn't stop talking. I told him exactly what I thought about the situation, and that it's gross that he knows that much, especially about his own sisters, and is now trying to coach the younger sister on what to do. He just asked me to leave. He didn't argue or yell, nothing, just said to leave his house. I know I went about it in the wrong way, but my stance is the same. No brother should know that much about his own sister's bodily functions. Edit. Seeing some of the comments, I think you guys are not understanding my point. I don't want to sound mean, but he could have just called his sister to explain everything to her, or better yet, asked me to explain it to her. It would have been a lot better if it came from another girl. Yes, he explained everything correctly and even told her about the different products to use, but said the other sister will explain those better as she has experience in what actually works. Why didn't he ask me to explain anything to her? I would have gladly done it. There are certain things that should stay private, and especially a brother should not know. Update 1. First and last, to everyone saying he would leave me, you were right, he dumped me. I went to his house to apologize to him and his little sister. The 16-year-old was there as well. She slapped me and shouted at me, calling me vile names. She shouted at me for trying to break the family apart and trying to say her brother is a bleep. My now ex got her to stop and sent her to her room along with the other siblings. I wanted to apologize, but before I could even start, he told me to keep my mouth shut and listen. He forgave me before I even asked for forgiveness, but said what he can't forgive is the fact that I basically turned his little sister against him and made her doubt his intentions. It took him almost the full day to get her to talk to him, and she only talked to him after the 16-year-old assured her that he did nothing wrong and only wanted to help her as he had helped her before. His exact words were, "You turned one of my kids against me. That is something I can't and will not forgive. You are bleep to me, now get the bleep out of my house." He said it with so much anger in his voice, and I could see in his eyes that he absolutely hated me in that moment. I was actually scared for myself at that moment. I have talked to some of my friends about this, and you all might be glad to hear, but I'm losing friends as well. Even my own sister is now refusing to talk to me. Yes, in our house, my father had nothing to do with our periods, and my mom handled everything. What should I have done? I thought he did something wrong. I can see I'm in the wrong, but still, why am I being punished for this? His words really hurt me. That is not fair. I didn't even get a chance to explain myself or anything. After he was done talking, he again just kicked me out of his house. I am blocked everywhere and can't get a hold of him. I even tried his sister's phone, but I'm also blocked there. Edit. I screwed up, I know, but I will fix it and get him back. I really do love him, and I know he still loves me. This was just a speed bump. Just wait and see, we will be together again.